Yo, what's up? This your boy Big Smo, and you're watching Concrete Magazine. Let it smo, let it smo, let it smo, all over your face.
This is Concrete TV. Concrete TV. I woke up this morning.
I'd have to say that the attention that gained interest from people like Warner Brothers and people like Sony and other companies that I work with probably goes all the way back into making our own videos. As you know, I've been doing video work for a long time, and when it came time for me to have a visual presence that represented who I was, I did my own video, put it on YouTube, and watch the numbers slowly go from 1,000 to 10,000, 10,000 to 100,000, 100,000 to a million, and then numbers like that in the beginning of YouTube was a big deal. That's how you got, that was your street cred in the music, in the rap game, and in any genre for that matter. If you were an independent artist, that was kind of like your street cred, So my credibility on YouTube with numbers had got up to a point to where that gained interest from people who pay attention to numbers, because you can look at numbers and views and plays as pennies, nickels, dimes, dollars, however you want to look at it. Like, if they grow, potentially that's more money that can be made. So I had the opportunity to consult with different people that were involved in managing my career, shot a couple people down, found the right person, and let them take the wheel of business, and I sat back and played the role of an artist, because for years, over a decade, I had played the role of managing myself, trying to run my own company, do our own booking, finance everything, and we have finally gotten to a point to where if you want to go further and you want to do bigger things, you got to let other people take the wheel, and you got to jump in the passenger seat and ride shotgun, And so that's what I did. I let a guy that I trusted, that I still trust, with everything that I've worked for until to today. Take all of that and drive with it. And he banged out good deals with good companies. I felt really at home at Warner Brothers, and signed with them, and it was a mutual happiness in a relationship, because this was the first major country label that was signing a hip-hop artist. This was something that has never been done before. And John Esposito, who had just pulled Warner Nashville out of the ditch and pulled it back up, into a representable breathing area, and had artists like Blake Shelton and Hunter Hayes and Big and Rich, and these names that had started to boost it back up, and they went out on a limb signing somebody like me, and very excited to start working on our first project together. Was able to bring people from my side of the fence, people from their side of the fence over, how it should have been as a merge, to creating this first project. And the outcome, our record, Country Living, we put it out in June. We're in December now, and it's still number 36 on the Billboard charts in country. I'm not sure where it is on hip hop, but it stayed in the top 10. It was number 3 on the hip hop charts for a month and a half, 2 months straight. was in the top 10 for country for longer than that. So it did its job with no radio play. You know, radio still doesn't accept us as a genre. They think it's a joke. You know, they think it's a fad. It'll fizzle out. You know, they're wrong. And there's going to be a day when radio is going to regret that they even thought about shutting the door on artists like me, you know, who have paid their dues more so than most that get played on the radio all day long. You know, I started at the very bottom of the ladder, and I didn't skip a step. I didn't buy a step. I earned every step of the way to wherever I am right now, and it still isn't at the top. We're far from the top. I had a long way to go, but I'm definitely a lot further along than I was, and I'm a lot happy. I'm happy where I'm at. You know, the outcome is successful. It's successful and it's rewarding.
You know, out here in the country, we keep a open.
Still hard to this day. The project that I'm working on right now, you know, it's like, I remember whenever I did this independently, it was, you had an idea, you created it, you pushed it, you released it. You know, you didn't wait. I had to wait almost 3 years before I released my first album. It was like 2.5 years. It was recorded and everything, but it's all about timing, you know. And in the independent world, there's no timing. It's when it's done, it's on the shelf or it's in the street, you know what I'm saying? This was, it's done, but wait. I'm like, all right, how long? We don't know, just wait. And he's like, what? You know, so you wait, and a year goes by and you're like, hey, can we put this out yet? You know, it's like, just wait. It's like, damn, really? So, but when you have an independent mind about things, you think about the immediate reward. You know what I'm saying? It's like a hustle. You know what I'm saying? You want that hustle you want to flip and go recop and flip again and recop and flip again. To whereas they're thinking of, if you wait a little bit longer and make the people really want it, you don't even have to go back and cop. You just flip it the first time, you know, and it's like, and you make the same amount of money with less work, you know, and you don't understand that until you see it, and you're like, oh, okay. So I never was able to move 100,000 units independently, but now I see how it's done, you know. So it's just, you know, the independent world and the major label world, the only difference is how much do you want to try to make, you know what I'm saying? The major label world, they want you to make, you know, as much as you can, to where independently you just want to put the music out. So that's about the only difference. And it really doesn't change for me because I still get to put the music out, you know, and somewhere down the line, I'll make the money that I would have made, you know, so I don't really feel the difference. It's just the process is different. There's new steps to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. And once you see them pay off, even though they look awkward at first, once you see them pay off, you're like, okay, I get it. It's just adapting. You know, you have to adapt.
This is Concrete TV. Concrete TV.